Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up at frenchiestamps.com. Today it's the BB wipe technique, but I'm starting kind of the end instead of the beginning. And the reason why, it's because many ask me, how many cards can you do with the BB wipe? So, here is the proof here. I'm going to share how it's done, but I did 300 prints so far. So this is the last, and this is the first one. Well, maybe this was the first one. So you see, it keep on going and going and going. Now, I got that, and then this at the bottom, that's going to go inside. See this one, I get some brown. I'm not worried about that because it's a fall leaf, so it's very forgiving, right? I love fall cards with the BB wipe technique. Absolutely love it, just because of the mixed colors. This one, because it's kind of the maple there, I use Cajun and cherry cobbler. So let me share how it's done. First, we're going to do two cards. Let's do two of this here. And I'm going to do the top and the bottom. So, and I'm going to add ink. So at the top here, I get some brown. So that would be soft suede and old olive. At the bottom, I got... I'm lost in my color. Cajun Craze and Cherry Cobbler. Now I'm going to stamp this and put that right here. Et voila. See, now it gets faded a little bit, but still I could keep on going and going because I think it's still plenty of colors. Now let me bring a scrap here. So this one, instead of going my stamp this way, I'm going to flip it and just do the bottom where the cherry cobbler and Cajun is with the leaves. Just do the leaf, and then I'm going to go at the bottom. And that's the same that I did for these are the envelopes, okay? So that's the same that I did for the envelopes. Now, we're going to add more ink. So this is just a regular BB wipe. I prefer, when I can find, and they are rare, a BB wipe that don't have any pattern in. Because if you get a stamp set like this one, it's kind of a detail, so you don't really see the pattern. But if you get like a big circle, you know what? We're going to do it. So, I'm going to take the circle here of the watercolor shape. Okay, watercolor shape, and then I'm going to stamp that, so you're going to see what I mean by the pattern, okay? Well, it didn't work. That's good. It could be because it's a photopolymer, okay? Many times, no, it worked great. And plus it's kind of a detail, not a detail, but a distinctive ink. Let me try one more if I can find a rubber stamp. You know what? I don't have a smooth rubber stamp. So if it would be a smooth rubber stamp, a lot of the time you would get the pattern of that. So just keep that in mind. But the BB wipe, smooth BB wipe are very rare. Now, if you buy BB wipes and you're like me, by the time you want to use them, they are completely dry. See, that was the last one in this. What I done, I just took my spritz and I spritzed some water on it just to get it damp. You don't want it runny water, you just want it damp. And the reason is because it's going to take a lot less ink, and really a BB wipe, it's wet when you start. So if it happens, or you can use also paper towel. It's just try to find a paper towel that some of them do like, what it's called, all those little bits and pieces keep on coming off. That don't work so good. But some paper towel absolutely work great. Okay, when you're when the ink starts to dry out, before adding ink, also you can spritz some water on it, and that's going to reactivate the ink that's still there. Because if you look under this, you see you get 2 pliers of this, you get still a lot of ink. Okay, now you're going to ask me how much ink. That is not an answer, but one thing I like to do before I start though, and you know what, I'm going to move this, and I'm going to do another one just because I want to share something that I like to do. So again, I like to have 2 plier. Now, like I said, this is completely dry as a bone dry, they call it, right? So I'm just going to add some water, and I wouldn't run it under water, it would be too much. Now I'm going to tap this, and it's just damp, okay? Oops. Now I like to take whatever the stamp that I'm using, stamp it down, and now even if you don't have ink on it, you're going to have the jig of it and see the pattern. Now I'm going to take my soft suede, and I'm going to add soft suede about where I want the soft suede. Now with the soft suede, I want a bit of the old olive, and that's going to get mixed, and it's okay. And then I add a bit, even if it's not all cover, it's good. Now I know where my leaf it's about, because you won't stamp exactly at the same spot every time. I'm going to do the outside in Cajun Craze, and you see how much you just cover, so on, okay? That should be good. Now I'm going to come with the cherry cobbler and add some. Even if you get some color that it's mixed here and there, that is okay. So now I'm going to move that aside, and so I'm going to do the full, my still in the view, going to do this and then stamp, et voila. See, now it's a lot more pronounced, but it won't take long, and it's going to be the good combination. Voila. And then the same thing for my envelopes here. I just take my envelopes, and this is going to be just at the bottom, and I just keep on going. And you see, each card going to be different, because that's the beauty of the not paper towel, but baby technique, baby wipe. Now, another thing that you can do go ahead and do your greeting with that. So, like for my card, my greeting, it is with Cajun Craze. And then I was thinking, you know what, I can do this. So I'm going to go sideways, and see, you can absolutely do your greeting with that. You don't have to use more ink. Voila. Now, the way that I assemble these cards, I got Cajun Craze that measure 4 1/4 by 11, score at 5 1/2. My next layer, it is 5 by 3 3/4 in soft suede, so I get a bigger frame. Now I'm going to use one of them here, and this here, very vanilla, measure 3 3/4. Wait a minute, no, 3 1/2. It is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. With that, you get 5 on a piece of cardstock. Let me share with you. So, like these, the soft suede, you get 4, right? Because I'm going to cut it at 4 inch, and then, 3 3/4 and 5. You can only get 4. But if you go at the 4 3/4, the next one, you're going to go at 3 1/2. You just got a 1/4 inch waist. Turn it around. Go at 4 3/4. 4 3/4. And then this here was 3 1/2. 3 1/2. And then 3 1/2. And so really this is what we get here left. So for me, this is going to go in the trash, but this I'm going to save it. It's great for banner, greeting, and so on. But see, you get 5 for these. So I did the same size from the outside for the inside. And inside, I'm putting the, oops, I had dirty fingers. We're going to move that down. Let me make sure my fingers are clean here. So for my this, I'm going to put it at the top, like the leaf it's coming down. And see, you get a nice border inside. Voila. Another thing that I done on those cards, I took my Wink of Stella and I splatter. So just make sure you get plenty of Wink of Stella and then just splatter. I think that Wink of Stella really give that sparkle of the fall, right? And voila, my friend, that is it. So how many cards can you do with the BB wipe? Well, depend how much ink you're going to put. And you don't want to put it that it's pulled down, but you want to put enough that it's moist, okay? If your baby wipe is dry, then remember, spritz it with water before adding your ink. That's about it, my friend. Till next time, happy stamping, and I will have all the color that I use and measurement on my blog below. You get the direct link. Till next time, happy stamping, my friend.